So there's been brand new Bigfoot evidence that actually has professionals scratching their heads and utterly baffled, and it's pretty insane, the footage that's captured. Bigfoot is an urban legend that has been around for as long as the Yeti, ghosts, werewolves and the like, but unlike others, there seems to be a bit more supposed Bigfoot evidence. Most is ultimately debunked, but the footage that we're about to take a look at even had some of the biggest professionals scratching their heads in awe. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at today, because the footage, when I looked at it, I was like, oh damn, there could be something to this. So we're going to take a look together, we're going to dive into it, and we're just going to see what we make of it. But I'll warn you now, this could change everything. Could being the operative word there. The first video is on a Instagram page called UFO's Factory, and they state one of the most important images in the world of cryptozoology. In 2022, Bigfoot's face was immortalized during the filming of a documentary. Alright, this is the clip that came with it. Take a look at this.
Filming of Sasquatches in another area where he's worked on, and with him explaining the background, which is so important. And I'm firmly convinced that he has filmed Sasquatches and that he has complete
interesting stuff. Let's take a look at it one more time, but look at this.
Segments of Todd Standing's.
Now, that could be any type of animal, of course. I'm not really up to scratch with my animals, so I don't know what it could possibly be. But for it to have had this much of a reaction to the point where literally people were scratching their heads. I've done some research on this clip, and there are people who are backing this as the most legitimate, supposedly legitimate, Bigfoot evidence. Now, that got me on a bit of a black hole, if you will, Bigfoot footage. And I stumbled across some very, very interesting clips. Now, some of them have kind of can be explained away, but some of them really did leave me scratching my head, and I wanted to put it within this video, obviously, to not confirm the Bigfoot existence, because I don't think one video from me is going to do that, but I think it can get us talking and get a good conversation going about Bigfoot, about the legitimacy of the clips, and whether there is truly a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, out there. So the next clip that I stumbled across comes from the TikTok page Jason Klein, and the video comes from a YouTuber that filmed something truly scary while mushroom hunting. Very interesting, but again, don't judge before you see it. Let's take a little look.
People are losing their minds over this video where someone is out hunting mushrooms in the forest. Now, as he is looking for these mushrooms in the forest, he's going to be looking down at a mushroom when all of a sudden he hears something crazy in the background. What do you guys think? What the heck is that? Let me know in the comments. Follow for more.
That is a very, very distinct sound. It's quite blood-curdling, it's pretty terrifying, but it could be any name or array of animal. I know foxes make a very strange howl-like sound, but never heard a fox make one like that. Is it Bigfoot? No, I can't say it is, but kind of unexplainable to a degree. It's kind of weird, kind of funky, so I thought I'd include it in this video as well. But the next one is actual footage, but this one was actually on 9 News, so a legitimate news station from Australia, as they supposedly have footage of a Sasquatch caught on camera. Now, this might actually rival that very first video that we showed in terms of creepiness and potential legitimacy. Take a little look at this.
It's an elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Let me see your camera, I'll do it.
Now, what's interesting about this clip already is that when it's squatted down, if we take a little look back, when it squats down, it almost blends in with the grass. So if it was actually squatted down to begin with, this train would have kind of passed by without anyone really probably noticing it. Maybe that's just how it looks on camera. Maybe with the raw eye, it might look a little bit clearer, but that's just what I see from it. But take another little look at this as it squats down. It just somewhat seems to disappear. And this was in Colorado in the US, so make of that what you will. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. The people on the train seem baffled, which kind of adds for me, to the legitimacy of this clip. It makes it almost more believable because the people in the clip aren't, it doesn't seem pre-planned, it doesn't seem, they're not terrified, but they're not, you know, expecting it to happen. It's almost like, oh, that's really weird. What is that? Again, it could just be someone dressed up. For all we know, it could just be someone dressed up for shits and giggles, going out onto a field just to kind of, you know, make a bit of a scene in front of some people. But I don't know. Anyway, the next clip, again, is very, very interesting. It starts out with this clip right here, which is actually so infamous in the Bigfoot community. I'm not part of it. You know, I kind of dip in and out. I'm like, oh, Bigfoot video, I'll take a look at that. But I'm not very much involved within it. I don't go kind of hunting for it. But I know that this video did cause an absolute stir on the internet. People believed it was someone that was dressed up. People believed that it was legitimate. You know, I think the jury's still out on that one. But take a look at the video that follows.
I don't believe in Bigfoot, but there is one photo that almost convinces me. This is the Myakka skunk ape. It was taken right on the border of a national park, which is the most likely place that these things could exist. Even more interesting is the people who reported this didn't even call it a Bigfoot or a skunk ape. They thought it was an escaped orangutan, but clearly it isn't.
Now, I know that this caused a huge stir with people saying that this was Bigfoot. This is, I think, being identified as some kind of ape. They did say it at the beginning of the video, I've completely forgotten, but let's watch on.
If this is a hoax, I gotta say it's one of the best I've ever seen. Because I have no explanation for what this could be. Please, let me know what your theories are in the comments.
Now, obviously, it could just be a hoax. It could just be, again, someone dressed up, but it's, what was it, a macaque skunk ape? Let me have a little look. Myakka skunk ape. Now, that's, from what I remember, I don't believe the Myakka skunk ape, I think that was an actual name given to this specific photo. Like, because that was kind of its closest supposed relative. For want of a better term, it was basically how it was identified, if that makes sense. But there is no actual proof that this is a Myakka skunk ape, and there is no proof that it's a Bigfoot either. It's just people saw it and were like, no, that's a Myakka skunk ape because it looks like one. But the jury, like I say, is still out even on this one. What do you think of it? There is one more clip that I wanted to show you, which again, still to this day, absolutely baffles me. It's only 6 seconds long and it's very, very easy to miss. So you've got to kind of look around the where the pines are, and you'll kind of notice a bit of motion. Now, obviously, I'll play it again, but the noise at the beginning or throughout the clip does kind of link back to that video we showed earlier with the very strange noise with the guy in the mushrooms, but play it one more time. So that's what I've got for you, really. Some very, what professionals are saying is very, you know, compelling evidence of Bigfoot and Sasquatches. Would I say that? I don't know. Personally, don't know, but I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it down below in the comments. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Do you think there is better evidence out there? If you know of any better evidence, you've caught better evidence, you've, you know, seen it somewhere, be sure to send it over to me and we'll take another deep dive into the Bigfoot Sasquatch mystery. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments ultimately. And while you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. Cannot wait to see you in the next one, and we'll speak to you later.